Amazing. If you can see me on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up. Hi, good evening, everyone. Yes, we are back. Amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. So, like I said, it's day 11. It's day 11, and we're having a conversation tonight about relationships. We started that conversation yesterday, and we'll progress in that relationship. Yesterday, we looked at toxic relationship. We looked at communication issues. We looked at relational ignorance, what that looks like, poor communication, avoidance, dismissiveness, misunderstanding. And then we looked at dynamics of relational intelligence, and we said that where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable, and that it is important for us to understand to define every relationship in our lives. We looked at the 4 major types of relationships: family, right? Family relationships, and then we looked at acquaintanceship. So that's your neighbor, your work colleague, someone you attend the same church or mosque, just someone that you are acquainted with. You know each other to a large extent. You have a common interest, right? And then we looked at friendships, and I said oftentimes we call a friend an acquaintance, and we call an acquaintance a friend. That's the mistake a lot of people make. And then we said, of course, the number 4 is romantic relationships. And then we looked at effect of toxic relationships in our lives. And we said it is important that you do not tolerate toxicity in relationships, because when you do, you are enabling the bad behavior. You are enabling the bad behavior, right? And the more you enable it, the worse it's going to get. So you don't actually want to be a partaker. There's somewhere in the Bible that says, he that knows the right thing to do and does not do it, it is a sin. You know the right thing to do and you don't do it, it is a sin. So sometimes knowing that this behavior is toxic and I shouldn't tolerate it, but I'm tolerating it, you are actually sinning, for those of you who are people of faith. So you cannot afford to tolerate toxic behavior. And then we said nobody can disrespect you without your permission. You are in charge of what you choose to allow or disallow in your life. You have options. And if you think or feel that you are in a toxic relationship, please seek professional help. Okay. Also, excuse me. So let's move on tonight and start to look at healthy relationships. So we looked at what a toxic relationship looks like. What does a healthy relationship look like? And I started to teach yesterday from my book, Street Sense for Good Girls. Amazing. So healthy relationships provide emotional support, comfort, and validation. They foster personal growth, self-awareness, and self-improvement. They foster valuable social network alongside a sense of belonging, which helps combat loneliness. And this is good for your physical health. Research has shown that loneliness and social isolation has the same effect on our physical health as with smoking 15 cigarettes daily. So this is a research by WHO. Loneliness and social isolation has the same effect on your body as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So positive relationships, right, has an effect on your mental health and your body. Positive relationships. Having a good understanding of the various types of relationship helps us to navigate through them appropriately. So we've already talked about that: romantic, family, friendship, and acquaintanceship. Now, yesterday, if you remember, if you were here yesterday, I talked about the 3 main elements, right, of relationship. And I said it's about the belief, the value, and interest. Can 2 work together except they agree? Right? So first, I need to elicit my own beliefs, my own interest, and my own values. The problem is a lot of people want to be in a relationship with someone, but you don't even know you. You don't know you. The first relationship you need is a relationship with yourself. So I say the most important relationships for those who are people of faith, the most important relationship you need in your life is relationship with your maker, with God. That is the most fundamental relationship, important relationship you need in your life. Number two important relationship is the relationship with yourself, ma, sa. Do you have a relationship with yourself? What does that look like? Are you comfortable with your own company? Some people are always running away from themselves. They don't want to be alone. They always want to be with someone. They always want to be watching the TV. They want the radio, YouTube to be playing on the background, the music playing there. You just need something else in the background. Who are you? I usually put a very important question to people. If you are not you, will you be your friend? If you are not you, will you be your friend? You matter. You carry value. You are enough. You are special. There is gold on your inside. So you got to discover you. You got to love you. You got to accept you. Because you are valuable, sis. You are gold. That is why you got to let go of your past. And listen, letting go of your past is a daily exercise. I was on a meeting with someone yesterday, and we're talking about triggers, asking me a question about trigger. And I said, listen, trigger will always, as long as you are alive in this world, there will be trigger. There will be triggers. That thing that you experience, your pain point will be somebody else's joy point. Yes. It will be somebody else's glorious points. Somebody else's rejoicing points. And you'll be wondering, why is she so insensitive? Why is he so insensitive? Doesn't she know that they're not being insensitive, they're just living their life. Excuse me, sis. They are just living their life. So you need to know how to deal with this thing, and it starts with a relationship with yourself. You got to know you. You got to love you. You got to accept you, and you have to develop you. Develop you. Daily, I think I've said this nearly every day since we started this series. Daily decide to become a better version of yourself. Listen, yesterday is gone. Do you know that yesterday is your past? So, for instance, we have a Bible reading club, right? Where we're trying to read the Bible through in a year. So every day there's about 3 or 4 chapters to read, and every week we come together to review what we read during the week. And one of the things I say to them in that community is, listen, if you missed yesterday, leave it. Read today's one. Because life will happen. It's not a competition. It's developing a habit of reading, of hearing God. Because sometimes our relationship with God is one way. We are the only one talking to Him. And God is not a radio or a television. Because radio is talking to you, but you don't have the opportunity to talk back at it, to it rather. Right? But reading the Bible is an opportunity for God to speak to you. So I said to them, listen, it's okay. You might have had a rough week. You might have missed some parts. Leave it. It's in the past. Go and check. What are we reading today? Read today's passage. Read what's there for today. Right? Because yesterday is gone. Today is a new day. Right? So it's important for you to tell yourself that, to understand that rising above your past, it's a daily exercise. So developing yourself is something you do every day. It's something you commit to. It's something you invest in. Invest money in developing yourself, right? I am a certified life and trauma recovery coach. I help people want to discover the best of their lives and discover purpose, work in purpose, hold them accountable. And by the grace of God, the people who I have coached through that journey, they are doing amazing things today. So invest in yourself. Don't think that I just have money. When it comes to looking after yourself, you don't have money. That means you don't really love yourself. It means you don't really love yourself. If you struggle to invest, to spend on yourself, something is wrong somewhere. And you need to work on it. So looking after yourself, right, is important. Now, let us go ahead and look at other types of relationships. So I will read. Hi, Shantae. Good evening. Good evening. Hi, everyone. So one of the fundamental relationship problems is that people often mix up, okay, I already said this, mix up friendship with acquaintanceship, right? When you treat an acquaintance as a friend or a friend as an acquaintance, you will experience challenges in your relationship. Listen to this very carefully. It is important to know the difference between who an acquaintance is and who to call a friend, right? But remember the foundation, relationship with God, then with myself. Relationship with myself must be intact. Because when I don't have a healthy relationship with myself, then when I get into other relationships, I'm actually positioning myself to be misused or abused. That's the word. And abuse is not only, okay, somebody beating you and all of that. You can be in a relationship where the person is not treating you well. I'll talk about the 7 elements of relationship, where maybe you are the only one giving those things and you're not getting back. We all have emotional, good evening, ma'am. We all have emotional bank accounts. And you can be expending your emotional credits in a relationship and not getting anything back. After a while, you will be overdrawn. Right? Called awesome. Oh, really? Maybe it's the number. Maybe I don't know what number you have. There's a WhatsApp link in my bio, ma. There's a WhatsApp link in my bio. Maybe you can try that. I'm not sure which. Maybe it's an old number that you have. Awesome. Relationship with you. You must keep. And if you're like, Dr. Coach Jola, Dr. Jola, whatever I want to call it, Jola-Grace, I don't know how to develop a relationship with myself. Then you need to be signing up one-on-one with me. You actually need to sign up so that I can help you form a relationship. Because if you don't have a good relationship with yourself, getting into another relationship is not going to do you any good. Okay, that's fine. No problem. So acquaintances are people whom you have casual relationship with, often through social events, work, school, shared interests, or neighborhood. You have limited interaction with them, and your knowledge of them is not deep enough. So there's this person you work with, you usually meet at the corner shop nearly every other day or something. You smile at each other. So the relationship is not deep, right? It's just a casual relationship. You have limited interactions with them, and your knowledge of them is not deep enough. You know basic facts about them. You know how many children they've got. You know where they live. Just stuff about them, right? But not personal details. Therefore, there's no deep emotional connections. Conversations are light and informal, and expectations are very measured, right? Acquaintances are people you meet through social events, parties, or gatherings, work, conferences, or industry events. A friend, on the other hand, is an individual with whom one has a close and supportive relationship. Someone you can be vulnerable with, share deep feelings, empathy, and understanding because you know they have your back. A friend is reliable, loyal, and secure. The main difference between a friend and acquaintance is time and values. Time and values. Time and values. I'll read that again. The main difference between a friend and an acquaintance is time and values. It takes time and value. It takes time and value alignment to determine if someone is a friend or an acquaintance. So you meet somebody, you can meet them, you can like their aura, you can like stuff about them. It doesn't mean that immediately they are your friend. You can start sharing with them. You can start, be vulnerable with them because you don't know them yet. You don't know their values. And you can't know somebody's value in a day. So jokingly, I say to single ladies that, okay, you elicit your values, you know your own values, and then you want to know this guy's value before you commit to him. But it doesn't mean that when you meet the guy, you're like, okay, yeah, sit down. So tell me your values. What are your top 10 values? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? The guy will be like, sorry, I need to go to the bathroom. And now that's the last we see of him. But you do it with wisdom. And it takes time. It takes time. Which is why I personally do not believe in love at first sight. I just saw you, I'm in love with you. I want to marry you. Do you know me? I don't know you. You don't know me, right? So you can't say that you are in love with me and you want to marry me the first day you saw me. You can't. You possibly can't because you don't know me yet. I don't know you yet. Let's get to know each other. Let's see if our values align. Can two work together except they agree? So time and value. The fact that someone is your colleague or your friend's friend, sometimes you think because somebody is your friend's friend, automatically they will be your friend. Hi, Abiodun, I see you, good evening. Or your classmate or your neighbor, it doesn't automatically mean they are your friend. So stop calling everybody your friend. My friend, that one is my friend, that one is my friend. And you are giving them the privileges of a friend. You don't know, you haven't tested the relationship yet. So since we're talking about relationship, it's just like you are with a guy and you are giving him all of the privileges of a wife. And you are wondering why he has not married you. Seller. Seller means drink water and drop cup. Jola-Grace interpretation. That's my interpretation. Drink water, drop cup. So let's move on. An acquaintance can over time become a good friend. This is also important. Most deep friendships start out as acquaintanceship. And as we get to know each other, we realize that we have similar interests, we have similar values, we have similar beliefs. And then we get closer and closer and closer and closer. Yes, so Rebecca, if you are given a guy all of the privileges of your wife, do not be amazed or do not be shocked if he's not really eager about getting married to you. Right? So an acquaintance can over time become a good friend. A family member can be a friend as well. And the best of romantic relationships has its roots in healthy friendship. One of the things I say to married couples, so I do couple therapy. So oftentimes when they come, we do all of the assessments, the tests and everything. And sometimes I realize that they are not friends. They're not friends. And I'm like, can we try and cultivate friendship? Let's just try. Let's try with that. Because you see, that foundation of friendship will hold you when love is no longer shocking you. When the butterflies all the wings of the butterflies are dropped. Or when the butterflies they've flown away. The friendship, that friendship will sustain that relationship. The best of romantic relationships has its roots in friendship. So let us quickly look at the dynamics. And I love this part. Dynamics of relationships. Listen, we're not just talking about romantic relationships, we're talking about interpersonal relationships. So let's look at the dynamics of relationships. So there are different types of relationships. Right? Number one is what we call delusional relationship. So this is when you have an idiosyncratic belief that somebody is your friend. You call them friend, but they don't see you as such. Have you ever been in a conversation with someone and they're telling you that, they mention a name. You know that Old Town down the road, Mr. Town is actually my friend, okay, no, let me use a bigger name. So if I say to you, I'm trying to look for a nice name. Okay, no, that one is too far. Oh gosh, example. So let me just tell you that. Oh my goodness, which example am I going to use now? Okay, I'll just make up a name. If I say to you that, Mr. Town is actually, we are very good friends. Mr. Town owns like 5 estates in our area. He's a very influential man. Since Roberts, what did Roberts do to you, Rebecca? you know, and I say, we're actually good friends. Yesterday, we were having a conversation, and then you're just, how you just name drop and just like, my friend. And then you, Rebecca, Roberts, right? And I'm telling you that Roberts and I were really close. We did I just name dropping and everything. And then when you meet Roberts, you are telling, Roberts, by the way, I met your friend Jola. And Roberts is like, Jola, I don't know, that name doesn't ring a bell. Your friend now, Jola. I mean, you guys are really close, aren't you? I met her yesterday and she was telling me that you guys you talk a lot, that you're really close. And it's like, Jola. I don't know. I can't recall that name. Has that ever happened to you before? Yeah, it has happened to me several times. So the person does not really, they're not really that close. But in that other person's head, they are believing that, man, we are close. Delusional relationships. You call them friend, but they don't see you as friend. And you see, in this type of relationship, codependency is present because you're depending on them. Mutuality is absent. The truth is, this person, maybe they know you. It's not as if they don't know you, but they don't see you the way you see them. It might be maybe a colleague at work. And you're so all over this, your colleague, you probably get them a cup of tea, you buy them lunch, you would do this, you always do that. But they just see you as one of the people in the room. Right? But you are so much, there's no mutuality. You're just doing it for them, you are doing for them, and you are doing for them. The equation in the relationship is very, very imbalanced. You are consistently giving 80%, giving 80, giving 80, giving 80, and you are only receiving 20. And you see, delusional relationships also happens in romantic relationships. I've dealt with a lot of them. In romantic relationships. So you are dating this person and you are doing 80% of the job. They are doing 20%. I just say, it's okay. She's busy. It's because she's busy. Not that she's not calling me back. Or he's busy. It's because he's busy. You are the one that always go and visit them. You are the one that will always buy them a gift. You are the one that will always call them. You are the one that will do everything and they don't do anything back. And you are in your head, you are so deluded. You're telling yourself, they really, really love me. They're in love with me, but it's just their job. Or it's just their family, or it's just their. You have an excuse for your delusion. There's no mutuality. You are giving. And maybe once a month, they will call you. Once a month, they will be the one to initiate the call. But throughout the other days of the month, you are the one initiating the call. You are the one doing everything. Somebody says it's true even in marriage. Absolutely. So this can happen with schoolmates or work and colleagues. The relationship lacks the elements of true friendships. And I said I'll talk about those 7 elements along the line. Right? Values, interest, beliefs. Values, interest, beliefs. Catchy. I see you, mind therapist. I see you. Thank you for connecting. Aduni, Dave, I see you all. Thank you all so much for connecting this evening. Number 2 is coerced relationships. Coerced relationships. So we're going to ask yourself, we're going to, evaluate your relationships. In what relationships have I given, I'm not getting back? Okay, so I'll just say this, since we're talking about this, is one of the 7 elements of authentic relationships is mutuality. Relationships are supposed to be mutually beneficial. It shouldn't just be one person doing, and the other person just getting. It becomes tiring after a while. The truth is, I'm asking you, why are you in that kind of a relationship? Right? Do you think that if that person is no longer your friend, or that person is not dating you again, you will not have a life? We are back to the second most important relationship, the relationship with yourself. And oftentimes, you staying in that kind of a relationship means that you don't know you don't love you don't have a healthy esteem, and you need to pause and look inwards and fix what is going on inwards. Right? So number 2 is coerced relationships. This is a forced relationship. Is coerced. You're being coerced into that relationship. So this is a forced relationship. You are in it because your friend is their friend. Do you know this kind of relationships? So you're not really, you're just because their friend is your friend, whatever. Or extended family members are involved. These relationships are not voluntary. They are not voluntary. And sometimes are filled with constraints. So you see, some of those relationships, you cannot really totally not be in it. Because, for instance, if it's like a family dynamics or something like that, you still have to relate with that person, right? But they may not share your values, they may not share your beliefs, they may not share your interests. So, therefore, emotional intelligence is needed in this kind of relationships, right? For the relationship to be successful and to achieve the purpose for which it's represented. It's like a comfort zone kind of relationship, right? Some of the elements like sacrifice and vulnerability, they are lacking in that relationship. So it's just my friend's friend, and sometimes we all have to go somewhere together, or my auntie's cousin's brother. We just have to find a way to. So sometimes you see that those kind of, once you understand that this relationship is coerced, is casual, right? You are able to set your expectations, because the problem, like I've said this, I think I said it yesterday, that one of the common relationship mistakes, right, is the irrational expectation. So if you are in this kind of coerced relationship and you're expecting the person to remember your birthday, for instance, they might not remember your birthday because they're not really your friend. They're your friend's friend, or they're just like an extended family member. So don't expect them to remember your birthday. Don't expect them to remember important dates or things about you. Right? So manage your expectations. That is what will help you navigate those kind of relationships. This is very common with family. Yeah, absolutely. Right. So you need emotional intelligence, because you know that I cannot not, relate with these people, but I need to be emotionally intelligent as I deal with them, adjust my expectations, manage my expectations. Right. And also, talking about managing my expectations, also knowing that checking my own, setting boundaries, checking my own level of output as well. If it's a coerced relationship, I don't want to really be out there doing so much to give me this, because I know I'm not going to get it back. Right. So, number 3 type of relationship is political relationship, and that sort of speaks for itself. How do I know if a relationship is political? Right? These people are with you for what you represent. WHAT. And okay, let me keep reading. What they can get from you, not who you are. This is a very common type of dynamic of relationship, very common political relationship, or sometimes called transactional relationship. So political or transactional. They are with you for what you represent, right? So you are the CEO of that multinational company. They call you every day. Hey, my guy, what's up? What's good? How are you doing? Hey, have you that proposal that I submitted? How far with it now? The day that you're no longer the CEO of that company, they are not calling you. In fact, you will be looking for their number. Let me call this guy. You will call him, he will not pick. This was the person that was calling you every day before. But because you are no longer the CEO, you will be looking, they will not be around. They will even block you. Because they're not saying what are we getting from you? Nothing. So they are with you for what you represent, what they can get from you, not who you are. It is a silent trade by barter deal. Once the honeycomb is dry, they move on. They are gone. They are gone. It is also referred to as friendship of utility. So it is what I can get from this person. This exists between you and someone who is useful to you in some way. They only hang around you for what they can get from you, often because you are rich, famous, or influential. They don't really care about your call. They are social climbers and will befriend anyone who can benefit them in some way. I have a few friends who are, they are influencers, they are celebrities and all of that. And I often say to them that, listen, all of these people that are around you, do you really believe that they care about your who? Or they are just around you for what you represent? You have to be careful. Don't be delusional. Because sometimes when you are, an influencer, you're a celebrity, you're up there, you can be delusional that, so for instance, maybe on social media, you have 4 million followers. You can be thinking that those 4 million people really have your back, that they love you. You say, lie. God forbid, if anything happens to you, you will realize that maybe only 4 out of them truly, truly care for your who. So you have to set your expectations. Yeah, friendship of utility or transactional or political relationship. They are with you for what they can get from you or for what you represent. They like the feeling of being called the friend of, Nicki Minaj. We are friends. Myself and we roll together. What are you talking about? That's why they are. That's why they are in your life, because of your fame. And that's why you realize some people, when something's happened, there's a rough patch, some people you think that they are really your people. You can't find them again. You can't find them. Because they're not there for you. They're there for what? Your what? So these people will ruffle your face once you are no longer serving their purpose. They have the ability to move on very quickly from what relationships are. You will just realize that they are now your neighbor's friend. Because your neighbor now has a Bugatti. Your neighbor is now the local government chairman. And nothing for you again. They're gone. They're gone. It is delusion to think that all of those people are in your life because they really love you. They really care for you. I don't have time to talk about my journey. I experienced this. I thought, I was at the point where I thought, these people, CEO, First Lady, this one, that one. And when all of that went, I looked at my back, didn't see nobody. Oh, so these people are just there for that. Okay. Just a few people. That's how you know. Somebody said something really important. Never forget the people that stayed with you in your dark place. Never forget them. This is a law of relationship. Some people, when you are going through your dark patch, some people are there for you. They're there with you. Like Job's friend. They support you. They sit with you. When you're on the floor, you sit down. Job sat on the floor. Remember that Job sat on the floor, was on the floor weeping for 7 days and 7 nights. His friends sat with him on the floor. It is an anomaly for you to now get up from that floor, get back up again. God has restored you 7 times more than what you have, and you forget those friends. You want to have new friends. You forget that they exist. Like, who are the people? Oh, do I really know you? You're speaking English. Oh, okay. They said they're my friends. I'm not sure. I've really met before. I can't really. I'm so sorry. I can't really pick up the face. And these were the people that were there with you in your dark place at your dark time. Now, because your head is lifted, you're speaking English through your nose. I can remember your face actually, I'm not so sure. I'm so sorry. If you just wait for me in the lobby, I'll see what I can do. Hello, your friends, when nobody knew you. It is a relationship. Hey, sis, how are you? Yes, Abiodun, standing alone with God. So they ruffle your face once you're no longer serving their purpose. They have the ability to move on very quickly from one relationship, but they never forget the people that went through the challenges and the storm with you. Never forget them when you climb up. Never, never forget them, because those are the people who are interested in your who, in your core, not just your what that you represent. So let's move on to the next one. Is pretentious relationships. So we're looking at different dynamics of relationship. Pretentious, this one is very deadly. Pretentious relationship, I think it's political. You know that they are political. Excuse me. So pretentious relationships, this type of relationship is the deadliest, where people pretend to be who they are not. So for those of you who are just joining, I'm teaching from my book, Street Sense for Good Girls. Okay. They are the deadliest. People pretend to be who they are not, right? They pretend to have similar values and beliefs as you, only to disappoint you, abuse you, and reject you. Now, empaths often get involved in this kind of relationships because they are quick to believe the best of everyone. Empaths, dear empaths. I hope you bought my book if you're an empath. If you're an empath and you have not bought my book, I wrote 10 letters to you from the bottom of my heart. Right? The books are available on books.by and Amazon. Go and get your copy. Empaths. Because empaths, you just believe the best of everybody. They see somebody, the person come and tell them the sub story. They just believe it. That person. So empaths often get involved in this conversation because they are quick to believe the best of it. It is important to allow time to prove all relationship. It is important to allow time to prove all relationships. Abusive relationships often develop from pretentious relationships. Pretentious relationships. So they know. They know what they want. They hunt. See, narcissists hunt for their prey. So you can be in a place, they check, they realize that this one is an empath. This one is very soft, we believe, okay, I can work with this one. I can work, this one will work for me. Because a narcissist can't marry anybody, just everybody and anybody. They pick their targets, the people that they know. And most of the time, narcissists, empaths are attracted to narcissists. That's not what we're talking about today. But we'll talk about this some other time. So pretentious relation, because now you say, coach said we should check our values, check our beliefs, check our interests, and then this guy, we have similar values. I've checked it. We have similar interests. Are you sure? Have you proved it? Never be in a haste. See, anything that is trying to hasten you to make any decision or anyone, you have to just pause. Okay. Just trying to do this TikTok thing. Okay. Never be in a haste. I love you so much. We have to get married at the end of the month. I will just met now. No, why? Why are you rushing? Calm down. Maybe you want to marry me. Now we're going to be in the relationship forever for the rest of our lives. So why are we rushing? Why are we rushing? Where are we rushing to? When we're not rushing. Okay, let's leave that alone. Don't be in a hurry. Don't let anybody that's trying to get you to make a decision like no. It's a scam. And you know that, right? It is we have to transfer that money tonight because tomorrow the shipment is leaving. No, I'm not transferring no money tonight. Tomorrow, let me talk to you. So I'll think about it. I'll think about it and get back to you tomorrow. And it's the same with relationships. Take your time. Prove all this. Allow time to prove who this person is. Because time is a revealer. Thank you, Lord, for time. So say, I don't have time. My biological clock is going. I don't have to say who. Because sometimes I'm like, why are we looking at Chronos? God doesn't work with Chronos. He works with Kairos. He works with Kairos. Time and chance happeneth to them all. Wait for God's own time. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. Right? So don't get carried away too soon by someone's display of niceness or kindness. This is now talking to their empaths, my fellow sis. Don't get carried away too soon by someone's display of niceness and kindness. Take people through the test of time and check if your values align with theirs before becoming vulnerable and committing to them. Now, talking about interpersonal general relationships now. You see somebody, I like the way they talk. I like they're very casual. I like it. And then you become vulnerable. And next week you see your story on the headlines. Like, but I told her this in confidence. I mean, I thought she was because you are rushing. Don't get carried away too soon, because people can put up. A lot of people have different personalities that they put up as and when needed. So people can appear to be really nice, but are they really nice? Take them through the test of time. Listen to this very important thing I'm about to say. Nobody can consistently act in a way that is inconsistent with who they are on a consistent basis. I'll say that again. Somebody needs to help me type it out. Nobody can consistently act in a way that is inconsistent with who they are on a consistent basis. So they can act in a certain way now, maybe the person usually screams and shouts when they are talking, and they say, okay, when I enter I'm with this babe, I will not shout. So I'll just, hi babe, hello. Okay, this is really funny. I heard of this. I don't know whether it happened for real, but it was just something that was really funny. That there was this lady who was trying really to be posh and all of that, and anytime she would dress up and she was speaking, oh hi, oh hello, okay, hi, can I just order some jollof rice, please? Okay, and I have some chicken as well. Okay, can I have some Coke, and some Coca-Cola, and all of that. And then one day, she was maybe working on something in the same place. I don't know the story, but anyway, something fell and then landed on her leg. And this posh, very nicely spoken lady just shouted, yeah, like she exclaimed in her vernacular, and people were like, what? Who said that? Where did that come from? No, but you can't pretend. You cannot pretend all of the time. Nobody can consistently act in a way that is inconsistent with who they are on a consistent basis. Time. So I will tell us the last one. I will end. I would love to do the 7 elements tonight, but I have a coaching session that I have to go into in a few minutes. So let me just see. Relationship is a lot. Is a lot. Okay. Okay, let's go. Now, natural relationships. So we've looked at delusional, coerced, political, pretentious. Now, the kind of relationship we all need, hi sis, Shola, hi, we all need and we're all aiming for is what we call natural relationship. And this is friendship at its core. Not, that's my friend, this is my friend. See, listen, do you know that you don't have to have 10 friends or 20 friends? You can have a lot of acquaintances. People who you are acquainted with, you need people that you talk with and everything. But you don't have to have 25 friends that, my friends, my ride or die, they know everything about my life. You don't have to have that. You don't need that. You don't have to have that kind of relationship in your life, right? So let's look at natural relationship, right? This is friendship, right? This is friendship. There is deep soul bond which is built over time. So again, this kind of relationship we're talking about is built over time. This person is kin to you. Have you ever heard the word kindred before? They are kin to you. You feel each other's pulse and emotions. There are some of my friends, right, that when we just get on the call, just my voice, what's wrong? They know. I don't have to say anything. And the vice versa. I just hear that, what's wrong? People say, I'm fine. No, you're not fine. Tell what was going on. Because you feel each other's, there's a soul connection. You feel each other's pulse, right? So they understand your silence. Don't be, anyway, no, I don't want to go ahead of myself. They understand your silence. They understand your facial expression. They will go the extra length for you. You know, I think I said a few days ago that sometimes people build up stories in their head. Yeah, they build up stories in their head. And sometimes people do it as well. Maybe you've done it as well, especially when you don't have a healthy self-esteem. That you think that when people are behaving in a certain way is because of you. You're walking down the road, you're smiling, you expect that person to smile back, and they don't smile back, and you think that it has something to do with you. That maybe I'm not fine enough, maybe something is wrong with me, blah, 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 blah. Most of the time, it has absolutely nothing to do with you. They're probably dealing with their own issue. There is no you. They're in their own bubble, dealing with their own stuff. And so, if you have someone in your life who maybe when you need to be silent, because sometimes you just want to meditate, you just want that solitude, you just want to recalibrate. And the person will say, why are you not talking to me? I called you, you didn't answer. Why? They don't understand your silence. And it's too draining to be explaining. That's not a natural relationship. When you have to keep explaining and explaining and explaining yourself, it's not a natural relationship, right? They understand your silence, your facial expressions. They will go the extra length for you. Your friend knows what you need and meets your need even before you ask. You know your friend's need and you meet your friend's need even before your friend asks. Because we're talking about mutuality here, right? The input proportion is balanced from both parties. So you see, when we talked about delusional relationship, it's just only one side, you are giving 80%, they are bringing in 20%. But when it comes to a natural relationship, there's balance. I'm giving you 60, you are bringing 40. I'm giving you 50, you are bringing 50. We are there for each other. It's not one-sided. We are truly connected to each other. We see a need in the life of the other person, and we know that we have the capacity to meet that need. We meet it regardless. They're my friend, I don't need to ask. I meet their need. I go all the way for all out for them. Right? An example of this kind of relationship is David and Jonathan in the Bible. The relationship was genuine, it was pure, it was void of jealousy, envy, or unhealthy competition. So if you're in a relationship where you're saying somebody is your friend and the person is jealous of you, or you are jealous of the person is envious of you, or you are envious of the person, that is not a true friendship. There's unhealthy competition. She has done this one. I have to quickly do that one. You did that one. Okay. You reading 4 books. No. I have to write 10 books. That's not healthy relationships. Healthy relationships, we are happy for each other. We celebrate each other's milestones and successes. Your victory is my victory. I'm not jealous of you. I'm not envious of you. I'm not going behind your back to say negative things about you, and then in front of you, I'll be smiling with you. No, I love you loudly. I've taken pictures with people before and they say, please don't post it on social media. And I'm like, what? So you don't want people to know that we are close? So what is this then? No, let's leave it alone. They love you loudly. Jonathan stood up to his father for David, his friend. He stood up to him. He said, no, he's the anointed one. Why are you fighting destiny? There's nothing to be jealous of here. I am the one that is heir to the throne. So what is your own issue? And I know that this is destiny for him to be a king. And I will support and love him with my life. That is natural, authentic relationship. You love, the person loves you loudly. We are not hiding. They're not hiding the relationship or hiding you. And this goes for romantic relationship as well. If you're in a romantic relationship and the person is hiding you, excuse me, auntie, you're on a long team. You are on a long team. So you don't know any of their friends. You don't know any of their family members. It is only them you know. A Yoruba thing came inside my mind now. I will say it and I will try to interpret it in English. So please explain that in English. And the snake has hand inside. It just means that something is not right? There's something to watch there. They love and protect each other to the point of that I wanted the success of each other as much as they wanted theirs. Okay, so let me run through today's Thursday, tomorrow, so probably okay. So let me quickly run through the 7 elements since we are here. Yeah, true friends love loudly. I'm telling you, everybody knows that they love loudly. They support each other. They care for each other. They will go all out. You cannot be my friend and I have the capacity to make your life better and I'm not doing it. No, that's not true friendship. No, I would go all out. I would do everything. And that was what Jonathan did for David. No, you are going to be the king. I will send this person to this. I will do that one. Okay, you stay here. That is authentic friendship. So let's quickly look at this. Before you categorize anybody as friend, before you say, this person is my ride or die, this person is my kin, my kindred, we have the soul connection. Because you see, like I said, we all have emotional bank accounts, and every relationship requires you depositing some emotional credit into it. Every relationship, right? And those emotional credits looks like time, putting time into it. It looks like giving yourself of your resources. It looks like support. Right? So you have to know whether this relationship is healthy, is natural, or political. Imagine a political relationship and you are putting all your credits inside it, only for you to realize that, oops, they're not really here for me. They are here for what they want to get. So the 7 elements, I will run through them real quick. Number 1, honesty. Honesty. You need to check if this person is transparent with you. And with interpersonal relationship, romantic relationship, take them through the 7 elements. Pretentious relationships lack transparency. It's filled with lies and deception. Lies and deception. Lies and deception is always there. They are never straightforward. Yeah, but you said you are coming at 7. Yes, so what happened was that when I was on my way, I was actually on my way here. I was going to come, like I said, I was going to come, but then I now got a call from my, so they are making up the story in their head as they are talking to you. Every time there is a reason why they did not do what they said they would do. Right? Lies and deception. Proving that someone is honest in a relationship takes time. They say, I've been with Jola for 2 weeks. He's very honest. How do you know? You don't know. Time Time, 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 time. And let me quickly say this, and I'm sure you've heard it before. When somebody shows you who they truly are the first time, please believe them. Please believe them. Don't make excuses. Yeah, well, they were not honest because they really needed the money. That's what happened. They're not really like that. I'm laughing in Japanese. If somebody shows you who they are for the first time, please believe it. It doesn't mean that you will not be their friends again. You just now know that. I mean, it doesn't mean that you will not be acquainted with them or relate with them again. You just know that, okay, this is how far I can go with this relationship. I can't go this far. Right? I can't go this far. This is how far I can go. I can only, it's not a relationship that the values are not similar because I value integrity, I value honesty. They really don't. So we can't really be that close. And it's okay. Right? The presence of honesty means that you can trust this person. Number 2, loyalty. Loyalty. Oh my goodness. Loyalty. If you try to work a relationship where there's no loyalty, you will be drained. You'll be drained. You'll be drained. Which is why you see, I go back to what I said about the most important relationship ever is relationship with God. Number 2, relationship with yourself. Because if I have a healthy relationship with myself, when somebody shows me that they don't share my values, I will not still sit there and be saying, hey, he's my friend, we are friends. Because I feel that I have to have friends. Why? No. You don't have to have friends, right? If you're thirsty, you're really thirsty, and they bring you a glass of water, and you look at the water, is brown. There are some things moving inside the water, like things like maggots and all of it. The water is dirty, is filthy, in fact, is smelly. And they say, oh, this is the only water. This is water. We are thirsty. Are you going to drink that water? You can see that the water has ale inside it. You probably not, because this water is not clean. This water is toxic. This water is going to make me very sick if I drink it. I'm thirsty, but I'll pass. I'll pass. Number 2, loyalty. This is when a friend is committed to you. You can go to bed knowing that they have your back and won't snitch on you. They are female gender. We are talking to ourselves. They will not snitch on you. The test of loyalty takes time and can be painful if or when you discover that someone you call a friend is not loyal to you. When you are not there, what do they say about you? Do they join other people to talk bad about you? Somebody's talking bad about somebody that is your friend, and you cannot stand up for them. Come off it. Why? You can't say, no, I know her. She's not my friend. She's not like that, rather. A friend of mine, we went to school together, called me about 9-8 years ago. Just called me out and said, oh, Jola, I heard some things. I heard they said this, they said that. And I said, no, I know her. I know her. She would never do that. She didn't even know what was happening in my life then. She just said, I heard. She said, no. It was when she knocked. I said, really? She said, no, I know her. She would never do that. At the risk of looking like the odd one out in a community, if your friends are not loyal to you, what are you doing there? The test of loyalty takes time and can be painful if or when you discover that someone you call a friend isn't loyal to you. If that happens, accept it, learn from it, and move on. Please move on. It's okay, move on. Right? Always know that you have options. No matter how good you think somebody is, they don't have to be your life. If values don't align, if these elements are not there, right? Don't make excuses for bad relationships because you will eventually get hurt. Number 3, sacrifice. So number 1, honesty, loyalty, and then number 3, sacrifice. We're looking at the elements of authentic relationships. A friend, right, will go out of their way to support and encourage you emotionally, materially, and even financially. A true friend senses your needs and rises up to it even without asking. Oh, I'm so grateful, God, for my friends. I have some authentic friends in my life. They will just, Jola, this, Jola, authentic, sensing your need and meeting it even without you saying a word. Sacrifice. I'm just remembering them as I'm talking this. God, please bless them. You know them. Bless them. Bless them. Bless them mightily. Sacrifice. True friends. Number 4, vulnerability. This is a key component of genuine friendship. Vulnerability. There is no real friendship without vulnerability. However, a real friend covers up your nakedness, and you can be vulnerable with them and know that you are safe. There is 100% confidentiality, and you know that you will not be blackmailed or exposed. Vulnerability. I often say to people that, listen, vulnerability is a gift that you give. Vulnerability is a gift that you give. Some people want you to be vulnerable with them, right? But they have not passed the test of true friendship or authentic relationship. Why do you want to know about so much about my life? What's up? What's good? What's good? And this is where you set boundaries. Set emotional boundaries. You can tell somebody, I really don't want to talk about that now. It's okay. They're asking, so, hey, what happened? So, hey, I really don't want to talk about it now. Maybe some other time. It's fine. So you see, I tell people to set boundaries, but I also tell people to respect other people's boundaries. Listen, no is not always rejection. In fact, no is not rejection. Never interpret no from other people as they are rejecting me. It can be genuine. They might just really not want to talk about it, or they feel we're not there. You know, when somebody's asking you for something in a relationship and say, we're not there yet. We're not there. You're not there yet. We are not at that level. We're not at that level. I see people send me messages on Instagram, on social media. Oh, this one happened, that one happened. Can you do this? And I'm like, we're not there. We don't have a relationship for you to be demanding this from me. No. There are people that do things for that they don't even ask me for it because of the relationship that I have with them. Right? So, vulnerability. Number 5, mutual respect. So, honesty, loyalty, sacrifice, vulnerability. Number 5, mutual respect. I didn't say just respect, mutual respect. Everyone needs respect. Everyone needs respect. Everyone, man, woman, boy, girl, old, young, everyone needs respect. It is what helps sustain our self-esteem. Right? Even if your self-esteem is healthy and people keep disrespecting you and disrespecting you and disrespecting you, it will tamper with your self-esteem. That's why you don't want to put yourself in a toxic relationship where people are always talking down at you and disrespecting you. It will affect your self-esteem. So regardless of the peculiarity, a real friend will respect you and be considerate of your feelings and your emotions. They will not be demanding, you have to do, you have to do, we have to do. They will respect you. They will respect you. Please. No. Number 3 is sacrifice. So let me go again. You can type it. Number 1 is honesty. Number 2 is loyalty. Number 3 is sacrifice. Number 4 is vulnerability. And number 5 is mutual respect. Mutual respect. Mutual respect. Right? Respecting your boundaries. You two respecting their boundaries. Right? Mutual respect. There is, there's this is respect in relationships. This is respect. Let me just quickly share this with you. Somebody asks you so let's say this is Rebecca, right? Rebecca. Some people know that Rebecca and I are friends, right? And someone comes to Rebecca and says, "Oh, Rebecca, please give me Jola-Grace's phone number." And she'll say, "Oh, that's fine. This is her number." That's disrespectful. That is disrespectful. Because you are not respecting you don't know if I want to give my phone number to that person. I will never give other people's phone number out without first asking them. "Oh, sis, babe, this person is asking for your number. Is it okay for me to give them your number?" That is respect. In relationships, respect. Vice versa. You just ask me, you just assume that, "Oh, it's fine, they will be okay with it." No. So respect in relationship means clear communication flows in the relationship. For instance, now listen to this. If a friend addresses a misunderstanding through a third party, instead of talking to you directly, it undermines the foundation of your friendship, signaling a lack of trust and disregard for the bond you share. So if, for instance, maybe you are like 10 of you in a class, right? And myself and Rebecca, we have a disagreement. And Rebecca goes to Tom and says, "Tom, do you even know what Jola-Grace did?" Yes, Tom knows me. But Rebecca should have come to me first. That is disrespectful for taking the matter out. In fact, you see, I said to people, I said it earlier on that there's lots of interventions in the Bible. There's a conflict resolution model that Jesus Christ told us about. If your friend, you have aught against your friend, or your friend, you have a disagreement, call the friend. That's respect. Say, "Don't come. This happened yesterday, and it made me feel." So you say, I normally say to people, don't say you did this, then you are this. Don't personalize somebody's acts. Don't make somebody's behavior their identity. No. You are so this, you are so that, you are so this. This event happened yesterday, and it made me feel like this. I'm not happy. I'm not happy that this happened. If my friend then refuses to listen to me, this is the model Jesus Christ taught us. He says, then at that point, you can go and bring Rebecca in. So I refuse to listen to Tom. Then Tom can go to Rebecca and say, "Rebecca, please, I need you to, come and look into this matter. This is what happened," and she didn't listen. He said, "Bring a third party in." He says, if that person still refuses, right, to see reason, to resolve the matter, call the elders. Bring elders in. So elders, please come. Oh, this is not the matter we look at. Oh, I say, come and help us. So we don't know what's going on nowhere. Bring the elders in to try to talk about it. He now said, if it still doesn't get resolved with the elders, he says, forget about it. Treat the person like an unbeliever. Jesus Christ said, "Not me." That means just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Why? Let me say this popular thing that you normally say. You have no control over other people's actions or inactions. You only have control over your own actions and your reactions to their actions. So you can't make anybody do anything they don't want to do. So if you try to resolve the issue with that friend and they don't want it resolved, leave it alone. Move on, sis. Move on. Move on. Right? So communication is the blood of every relationship and is a sign of value and respect. Respect also means they value your boundaries and won't break it or get angry that you have one in place. Don't be angry that people set boundaries. Number 6, so we're going to number 7 real quick. I need to go. Reciprocity or mutuality, right? In authentic relationship, right, there is balance. You can't be consistently giving 90% of the emotional credit and the other person is only giving 10%. It shows that you both are not on the same frequency. There must be reciprocity, mutuality. If I do, I get you do. You do, I do. I clean the dishes, you dry it, you put it away. I'm washing the clothes, you are washing the bathroom. There's reciprocity, there's mutuality. It's not only one person doing. right? That relationship is not healthy, it's not authentic. Number 7, empathy. Empathy. Empathy, authentic relationships, authentic friendship. A friend understands you and can feel your pulse from 1,000 miles. A true friend understands you and can feel your pulse from 1,000 miles. If you consistently express your emotions and feelings to someone and all they do is invalidate your feelings and give you solutions, then that person is not a real friend. Empathy is important in relationships. If someone is consistently telling you, oh, I'm feeling, because your feelings are valid. I say it a lot. Your feelings are valid. Keep telling you about how they are feeling. Oh, this thing made me feel like this. Oh, this one, I feel like that. And they say, I don't know. Forget about that. What you need to do is do this. Just do this, just do that. They don't have empathy. They don't feel you. You're supposed to feel the people you're in a relationship with. Remember, okay, I've already said this. No one can consistently act in a way that is inconsistent with who they are on a consistent basis. So don't be in a hurry to promote people to the level of friendship. It's okay to have acquaintances and build to friendship level at the right time, because true friendship will give you emotional support, social connections, and relief from stress, improved mental health, increased happiness, growth, and esteem boost. Remember that it is also important to consistently look inwards and assess if you are a true friend. Am I a true friend? Right? Or you have some areas to work on. Because sometimes trauma will mold you into a person who doesn't exhibit the traits of a good friend. We're back there. It is important to heal. Because if you don't heal from what hurt you, you will bleed on the people who have not caught you. Trauma can lead you to a place where your perspective of people is negatively clouded. Your perspective is clouded. You interpret situations negatively all of the time. Not because you're a bad person, but just because you are hurt, you're wounded, you're still carrying the emotional baggage, right? You find it very difficult to trust anybody, right? And that's okay. Trauma can lead you to a place where your perspective of people is negatively clouded and you find it difficult to trust anybody. It's normal, right? But you need to go through healing process, because even though there are bad people in the world, I've said this so many times, there are also good, amazing, and phenomenal people in this world. And I'm so grateful to God I have some of them in my life. Seeking professional therapy and coaching will help you heal, and this will in turn change how you see people. It will help you regain your self-esteem and confidence and learn to set healthy boundaries. Proverbs 18:24. He that must have friends must show himself friendly. That means friendship and relationship require work. It requires work. Healthy relationship necessitates both parties putting in the efforts to build and maintain them. Relationship is a lot of work, but it's a great blessing if you can get it right. Okay, so we're going to have to peg here tonight. Like I said, I've got a coaching session that I need to go into shortly. So we're going to peg it here tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow to finish up this friendship matter. Okay, so tomorrow we are going into how to build and maintain healthy relationships. You don't want to miss it. How to build and maintain healthy relationship. Remember, as we celebrate International Women's Month, right, I am still giving away to female gender. This is for female gender, guys. I'll get to you later. To female gender, 50% off coaching and therapy packages. So to the packages, not the one-offs, just the packages, right? It has subscription. So we've got subscription and we've got different packages. I have soul health packages. I have self-esteem packages. I have a self-esteem package. I have a purpose discovery package. I have a total holistic reinvention package, right? So you want to be sending me a message, send a DM, use the WhatsApp link in my bio on Instagram to send me a WhatsApp message and take advantage of this offer. Remember that you, right, are primary to you. And the best gift you can give to yourself is the gift of emotional health. Emotional health. No matter where you are, you can become a better version of yourself. You can set goals, personal development goals to become a better version of yourself. Because like attracts like. The more you improve on yourself, the more you work on yourself, the more you find yourself in better relationship circles or healthy circles. Okay? So thank you so much for being here tonight. Hi. See you all. Thank you so much. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. I am the Soul Doctor. My name is Jola-Grace Emmanuel. And like I love to say, I am committed to helping you heal, thrive, and grow. Have a very good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be day 12 and probably our last session before we start. Before we start the Soul Clinic with the Soul Doctor. Is the offer new clients or old ones too, coach? Well, I don't even know where you are, Rebecca. So were you on the package? If you want to pick up a package or subscription, it is 50% discount as long as you do it during these conversations. And like I said, we will probably be ending tomorrow because I don't think the weekend I'm going to be engaged weekend. I might come on Sunday, but on Saturday I'm not going to be coming up on Saturday. But so I'll be coming up tomorrow. Sunday, maybe not. Right. So you have at least up until this weekend to take advantage of that offer. So it's supposed to be to the 22nd. So I'll still see if I can. Yeah, hop on. Oh, the 22nd is Sunday, right? Yeah. So up until Sunday, yeah. So you have up until Sunday to take advantage of that offer. Right? Okay. So yes. So